Hey folks, this is Vent with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and once again, we're going to play Aven Colony. Nothing fancy, just a quick gameplay video for you. This is the Sandbox mode, so there are no objectives. I'm just going to build a city and go from there. Alright, let's go ahead and get this started. So, looking at the bottom of the screen, it looks like my food reserves are dwindling and my water reserves are dwindling. So I got to do something about that right away, if at all possible. Let's take a look at our environment and see what's around. Looks like there's an iron deposit there, iron deposit over here, zorium. Geothermal vent will be very useful for electricity, so we're going to want that. Hi Jacob, how are you? Alright, so let's start by maybe extending this out a bit. I guess we should probably see where our farms would go. There's a greenhouse and a farm. I prefer the greenhouses because the greenhouses work during the winter, except they're at half efficiency there, but still. Okay, so in looking at this, this is a nice spot for the melons, 10.2 melons per hour. So we're going to go ahead and put that up there. And we're going to need some water, I think, so let's get water extraction going. There's water pump 1, I guess we'll just throw that down. Somewhere in a very dark blue area. So this is dark blue here, 16.2 water per hour. This one is 18 water per hour. This one is 14. Okay, this 18 seems to be a good spot. Alright, we'll do that. Okay, what else are we going to need? Electricity at some point. During the winter, electricity will be cut to 21, so we're going to be at a shortage. So we should probably get that going. I'm thinking a geothermal vent over here would be nice. Let's go ahead and add to that. And if I'm going quickly, I apologize. I've covered this game before. But, so if you're interested in seeing like a full campaign kind of playthrough, I do have some videos out there. But basically, you're just building a city in Sandbox mode. You're trying to manage food and water, electricity. The build menu is along the bottom here. There's a lot of things to build, so it can be a little bit overwhelming if you're not sure what the build order is. Yeah, power is already at a shortage, so I have to build that here pretty soon. I'm also going to need nanites. Nanites are like your primary building material. To get nanites, you have to start mining out things like iron, and then putting a nanite factory down. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Alright, so it has to be connected to a colony. You can connect things to your colony, just building to building to building, but people are happier when you actually use these tunnels. People don't like to walk through buildings to get to other buildings, so I try to connect everything to these tunnels as much as possible. I'm as well as can be expected, thank you, Jacob. So we've got a mine going there. We're going to need nanite production. It's in one of these menus. There it is, nanite processor. Go ahead and throw that there. Now to get more people, we have to build an immigration center. Oh yeah, our power is really good now, 43 out of 178. That's good. Let's take a look at our unemployment. Along the bottom here, there's food, there's water, there's storage, air quality, and population. Click on population. You can see it says 16 out of 21 jobs filled, 16 out of 16 employed. So that means that we've got all of our people working and not all the jobs are filled. So we're going to want to build our immigration center here pretty soon, assuming that we've got the nanites to do it. But that's why we're building this here. Time controls in the bottom left-hand corner. You also have these overlays. This is like air quality. That's a separate building that you'll have to construct at some point. Resource overlay, housing overlay, which I really don't have a whole lot of housing at the moment. structure overlay, electricity overlay. It's kind of nice. Employment overlay, people love to live next to their job, as we do in real life, so sometimes you'll want to watch where you're putting housing, try and spread them around. Okay, so now we've got the iron mine up and running, the nanite processor up and running, but as you can see, we have all these jobs to fill. So let's get an immigration center up so we can get more people in here. The downside to that is that they'll consume more food, so we're going to have to build another farm at some point. So here's the immigration center. I guess we'll just throw that down. Does it matter? I could throw it over here. I got to figure out where I'm going to put my tunnels and my farms and all that good stuff. I could throw it here. I guess that'll work. Alright, so here they come. We've got 3 new colonists arriving here pretty soon. As we fill more worker space in our immigration center, it'll increase the efficiency and more people will come down, which is good. Alright, so with 37 nanites left, what do we want to concentrate on? Water. Hi there. Hey. I'm tempted to build another one, but we'll see. If it gets below 200, maybe 100, then we'll see about building another water thing. I mean, we've got the power to build other things at the moment. We've got 38 nanites. We could increase our nanite supply. We could build another farm. Right now, food is at 1.2 in the positive. Yeah, let's go ahead and build another greenhouse. So there's corn. The bigger the variety of the food, the happier the people are. 6.6 corn there. Okay, broccoli kind of stinks in this environment. The red is bad. Quinoa. Got the melons already. Barley. Barley's not that good either. 6.8. I'm going to... maybe corn. Yep. Corn would be ideal here. So, as you can see, the screen is frosting over. That means winter is here, and things work at reduced efficiency, including your greenhouses. So, less power generation, less greenhouses. So, got to watch your food during the winter and react appropriately. Alright, that should help our food income a bit. Let's go with... let's see what our housing situation looks like. 19 out of 32 housing filled. People love a lot of room, but I would love to expand on this iron mine nanite processor thing. But the downside is that right now we have not enough people to fill these jobs. So building more buildings that will need jobs is kind of silly right now. We got to wait for the immigration center to bring in more people. So how about we just focus on a little bit of housing right now. So we don't even have the nanites. All right, let's just fast forward time then. We'll give the game a chance to start sending us people, and from there we'll be able to figure stuff out. But in the meantime, we can zoom in and watch people move around. You can even go into like a surveillance mode, which is kind of cool.
Hey there. As you recall, the Constitution guarantees your citizens the right to vote when they're calling the governor. It looks like that time is upon us again.
So, like in games like Tropico, you have to keep the people happy. There's a referendum that is called every now and again, and you have to make sure that your people's morale is high enough to where they'll vote for you. Right now I'm at 78%, which is good. Everyone's healthy, well-fed. Jobs need to be filled, but that's really the only issue. You can even see further down here, freedom, purpose. things like food quality and variety. So it's a good idea to have different kinds of food. Commute, consumption, crime, crowding. Yeah, all these things.
I know they say gravity is a little lower on this planet, but after so much time in space, it feels like
Jobs filled 43%. Yeah, we have to wait a little while. Let's just wait, get some people down here, fill these jobs up.
To win this referendum,
77% of the vote. That's good.
compiled from your citizens.
We're tired of eating nothing but melons. Okay, so we're going to have to do some food variety here fairly soon. Not enough tunnels to help me get around. We're bored. We need more entertainment. Not enough tunnels, my foot. There's plenty of tunnels. Look at all these tunnels. Maybe they're complaining about this storage module? I don't know. Oh, it could be...
Your citizens seem
It could be this here. Let's connect that. Storage is getting a little full, but that can be a good thing.
I think you're on track to win this referendum, but here's the feedback I've compiled from your citizens.
I have the game on like extreme fast forward, so these referendums are going to be flying by. Alright, storage is... I don't like how full that's getting. We've got... What is that? Insufficient housing. Okay, let's go ahead and start getting more housing down. Habitat Tier 1. Again, these people love to work next to their jobs, so I'm thinking put some housing over here. Yeah, that'll work. Now, you'll notice that we've got these construction drones flying around. We can upgrade these buildings so that they are more efficient. Upgrading the construction drone hub will provide more construction drones. But right now I'm trying to prioritize food, water, electricity, and nanites. And as far as storage goes, let's get some extra nanite production going. And like there's some iron here that I can mine out. So there's a laser mine. It extracts things more quickly, but you lose 40% of the minerals in the process. I don't like that. So I'm just going to stick with a standard mine. And we can also upgrade our nanite processor and our mines to be more efficient, convert minerals faster, that kind of thing. Okay, one thing I would like to do is let's get our drones to auto repair. That's something that isn't enabled by default, which is kind of silly. But under the colony control panel on the bottom left, you can see inventory from here. You can see population and morale, which we've seen already. But under powers and policies, there's a drone auto repair. It requires the research center, so we're going to have to build that at some point, but we want to enable that as soon as possible. That way we won't have to sit here and manually repair buildings as they take damage. Alright, storage. Let's do this storage depot 1. We'll build this somewhere out of the way. Alright, jobs filled is at 60%, so that means that we need to, again, give the immigration center more time to bring more people in. Now it's at 68%. I want to see that number at 100, ideally. I don't want any unfilled jobs. I don't like to see a whole lot of unemployment. So trying to find that sweet spot. You can turn this immigration center on or off as you see fit. If you've got a whole bunch of people but no jobs, you may want to slow the rate of passage down. All right, power will be 161 in the wintertime. We're producing 178. I think we can build a battery just to give ourselves a little bit of leeway. I'm going to go ahead and put a battery down. We'll throw that here, I guess. Actually, you know what? Let's throw it. I like to put the unmanned buildings out in no man's land just so that it doesn't take up a whole lot of space around my colony. So let's do something like that. Jobs filled, 91%. Good. All of these buildings will become more efficient when they're fully staffed. So I'm thinking, at this point, we should go ahead and upgrade our nanite processor so that we pump out nanites more quickly. And then we're going to have to take a look and see if we have any... Okay, we've got 120 iron in storage. So we're trying to make sure that we've got enough iron to keep up with the nanite creation, because it takes iron to create these nanites. So we don't want this iron to run out. So let's just fast forward time, see if this income goes up or down appropriately. Well, it's hovering around 124, 125, something like that. So I think it's safe to build another one of these if we really wanted to. All right, yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. Now, because of that, we're going to have to build a third iron mine, I think, to keep up with the resources. Because, again, we're barely breaking even with 2 mines, and having a second nanite processor will consume iron more quickly. So we're going to want to build a third iron mine. So we're going to do something like that. There we go. Any complaints? Housing, 65 out of 68, so we're going to want more housing. We'll go ahead and throw that here. Connected via tunnels. Hi, Ishwa, how are you? Yeah, I don't think Nev's here. I think she's still sleeping. She hates mornings, it's just for the record, so she's probably still asleep. There we go. Housing should be satisfied for a little bit. Jobs filled, 100%, unemployment 2%. Okay, air quality alert. Okay, so another thing to combat in this game is air quality. That's the center meter on the very bottom of the screen. We can build things like filters and intake fans. Now, the intake fans are okay. They're cheap, but there are events in the game that will spew toxic fumes into the air, and that could create problems for your colony. So air filters are more expensive, but they do not have to worry about the whole toxic thing because they will filter that out. So let's go ahead and put this nearby. And we'll upgrade this construction drone hub so we get a second construction drone going. I'm thinking maybe a second geothermal generator would be a good idea in case of power issues. Some of the more advanced buildings in the game take a lot of power. Oh, okay, thanks, Ishwa. Hi, is it Gemma or Gemma? I'm guessing Gemma. Alright, they did want some entertainment buildings. There's a little heart button here. So we can build things like bars and grills, retail center. There's a hospital. I guess we'll build a bar and grill and a hospital. So let's go ahead and let's put this down first. This is larger. So we'll put that there nice and centralized. Let's go ahead and expand this down. Out of everything, the hospital is the nicest looking so far. Okay, so I could maybe build up here to get this other geothermal vent. I can also upgrade my existing one. I'm going to do that first. Plus 60 to max power. Yeah, that should hold us for a little while. And again, everything costs nanites, so you just have to watch your income. Okay, what else are we going to want? Storage looks okay for the time being. Maybe some more housing? Or people were tired of the food variety, so maybe we should build a couple more farms just to get more variety going. So we have corn and melon already. How about barley? 9.1 there. We're looking for a spot that gives us the most income. 7.7, 7.3, 3.6, 5.5. I think the best we were going to get was up there. Right here it says 9.6 barley per hour, 4.8 during the winter. So we're going to go ahead and put that there. And you know what? I don't like storage. We don't need these anymore. I'm going to go ahead and recycle these. These are starter buildings, but we've got buildings that are way more efficient than them. So I'm just going to cut them out. And I'm going to put a path here, or a tunnel system. Alright. Go ahead and tunnel up there. Jobs filled 66%, so again, we kind of have to wait until we get some more people. Let's go ahead and fast forward time. Technology, there's a research center. We can research newer foods. I think we'll go ahead and throw that down somewhere. All that. This is like the edge of the map, so bad spot all around. Do something like that. Alright, and as far as research goes, there's a bunch of tabs that you can click on. We want the research button. So we're just gonna check all of these. I mean, there's no reason not to. There's no penalty for researching them, so you might as well just research as much as you can. Some of these things, though, are hazardous to your health. Like, let me see. Not sure if any of these do. Oh, here we go. Enhancer beverage that increases health, but causes drowsiness, which lowers productivity by 2%. So you're going to have some of these advanced products that you can manufacture that will give you a benefit in one area, but a penalty in another area. So I prefer just to ignore those and go straight for, regular food. There's also a trade hub, though, in this game, so if you're producing something that you're never going to consume or don't want your people to consume, you can always have them, you can trade it away for something else that you might need. There's a cargo pod. Okay, so cargo pods, if you build a connection to it in order to get around in this game, you have to build construction drone hubs. You can only build out so far. See, no powered construction drones in range. So in order for me to build out here, I need to build more of these construction drone hubs. So I'm going to go ahead and actually do that. I'm going to put one down. I'm going to put that down. Doesn't matter, I guess, here. I can always upgrade it later to hold more drones.
It's time for a referendum election.
Alright, well, according to this, our morale's pretty good. Air quality is still suffering a bit. Crime is a partial issue. Housing is getting a little filled. Alright, so I think we're going to need more housing. Alright, yeah, more housing. Alright, we'll do that first. And then the air filter. People like to work close to their jobs, so we'll go ahead and put I guess we'll put that here. There's a geothermal vent right there if we can get to it. And the air filter. This area looks kind of bad. I'm going to go ahead and just put one right there. And again, if you're not sure where to put stuff, there's this overlay in the bottom left. Just click on that. So here's an example of the air quality. The large red down arrows means that, it's taking a hit in that area. The green up arrows is something that I've put to offset that. So, yeah, and if you hover your mouse over an area, it'll say air quality 69%, air quality 74%, air quality 70%, so on, so on, so on. I may want one over here, too. Insufficient power. Oh, that's not good. Okay, so we should probably get to this geothermal vent sooner rather than later. We're going to need another construction drone hub to actually reach it, though.
Good news. Your citizens seem happy with your
68% of the vote. I guess that's not bad.
to win this referendum.
I'm surprised it doesn't have any power. Just saying. I guess we'll activate our batteries for the time being. We do have a lot of battery power saved up here. That should hold us over until we get to this geothermal vent. And to activate your battery, just click on it in the little bottom right here. Whenever you build a battery for the first time, it'll activate this little button.
think you're on track to win this referendum, but here's the feedback I've compiled from your citizens.
I'm hearing reports that your colony is experiencing significant
Power issues? Well, we're going to fix that.
You'll work to resolve the
There we go.
situation as quickly as you can.
Just in time. So batteries are depleted, but again, we managed to build another geothermal vent just in time. So that should offset that. Power supply will be 385 in the winter. That's still enough. We've got enough. All right, so I'm going to fast forward time. Our jobs filled is 62%. So I want some more people to land and
Good news.
fill out some of those jobs first. We can barely breathe in here. There's too much crime. There aren't enough medical facilities. Interesting. Well, we can address the crime fairly easily. There's a police drone hub. I guess wherever it's red, we'll go ahead and put that down. So I guess maybe right here. And as far as not being able to breathe, I mean, we've got air filters everywhere. Maybe over here, we could use one. We can also upgrade our existing air filters to like a higher level, tier 3. See if that does the trick. Yep, over here. Okay, well we're building that to offset that. Low water per colonist. Okay, so we might want to build another water extraction pump. 25.1. I guess that's the highest we're going to get. 27.9. I stand corrected. There we go.
I'm informed that your colony is undergoing a hydration crisis. I trust you'll...
Yeah, the game is weird. It's telling me that there is a hydration crisis, but I've got all these water pumps. And my water amount it's going up, so I see no reason to panic at this point in time.
I know they say gravity is a little lower on this planet, but after so much time in space, it feels like I'm a lot heavier.
Looks like storage is getting full again. We may want to build another storage structure. Let's go with storage depot 2. I wonder if we can expand on this one. We can. Plus 1,500 storage. I prefer upgrading just because it uses up less space. Two tier 1 buildings, they're okay, but having a tier 2 building that's more efficient, I think, slightly better. Food variety adequate. Food quality marginal. So in terms of quality, you'll be able to construct factories, this mill, for example. We can grow things like wheat and then turn that into flour, make bread out of it, pasta. Looks like power is an issue during the winter, so we're going to want to increase our power supply if we can. Is there another geothermal vent around here? Doesn't look like it. We can also put down... Oh, there's one up there. We can extend up that way. I prefer the geothermal vents, but you can go for things like solar panels. They're unmanned. Generates 50% power during the winter, though. Wind turbine. There's also this transceiver. Accepts power from a remote solar array installation on the overworld map. Receives 400 power during the winter and 800 during all other seasons. So I could put some solar panels down if I wanted to, but I prefer the geothermals because they provide so much more power. But just to show you what they look like, we'll go ahead and maybe put a couple of down. No construction drones in range. Oh, incoming shard storm. So this might be a good time to inactivate the... Yeah, see, we're taking damage. Drone auto repair. We have that research facility now, so we're going to go ahead and activate that. Any drones that are within range of that building will come over to it and repair it. When am I going to play Command and Conquer? Which one? There's a ton of them. Let's... Let's get a couple more farms going, just so we can start making some wheat, so that we can process some food. So farming structures, greenhouses. Now there's six food types that you can have that will just allow the people to consume that food, and that's it. But there's 6 other foods. There's wheat and Kelko spores, xenosage. These are things that cannot be directly consumed, but you can use them to produce other foods. Can I build... Oh, rice is a good food. 9.1. 10 there. That is 13.2 per hour. I like that. I'm going to put that over there. And we want another one for... I want to start getting wheat. 9.6, 10.9, 11.4. I'll throw that there. Has anything changed, Bad Egg? I don't know. I haven't played it in such a long time. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to, Jacob. I don't know. I can't tell you. My preference for what games I play depends on my current mood. So I could be in the mood one day and may not be in the mood the next day. It feels like it's the same game. I mean, it doesn't look like there's a whole lot different with it. This is a relatively older game, so I can't imagine it's getting a whole lot of updates. Then again, you've got games like Terraria, which are still being updated after several years of being out. So, the best place to look, I think, is the Steam store page, and then usually the developer has like some kind of blog area where it'll tell you if there's been an update or something like that. Or on the forums. Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to show you a solar panel. Oh, what happened there? Looks like some kind of fire. Alright, we'll build a solar panel, like I said, just to show you what it looks like. We'll just throw that. I guess down here is fine.
As you recall, the Constitution guarantees you citizens the right to vote when you're elected governor. It looks like that time is upon us again.
Alright, so that's what the solar panels look like. They're unmanned. You don't have to worry about workers. That's the plus side of these things. You can throw these things down and almost forget about them, except for their standard maintenance. And your workers can do other things. Alright, let's get a mill going. Now that we're starting to generate wheat, we can use our mill to maybe create some other food types. Once I find it. There we go. Mill tier 1. Guess we'll throw that here. Maybe some housing down this way might be a good idea. Just so people don't have to walk all the way from up there down here. Blocked, blocked, blocked. I guess we'll throw that. Blocked. Huh. I guess an outpost? Apparently this area does not like any other buildings, so can we build further down? Blocked. Well, if that's the case, let's cancel that. And we'll build it somewhere else.
But here's the feedback I've compiled from your citizens.
Guess we'll throw it somewhere over here. That'll do. Yeah, this hill over here. I mean, the ground looks flat right here. Like, it looks like I can squeeze this over. But, yeah, there's a little, like, lumpy hill there. So, oh well. Alright, so we're going to select some resources. So we're going to click on the conversion button, and we can see, okay, so we can make flour. We've got some 659 wheat available. So we're going to start automatically producing flour. We are making barley, or we're growing barley, so we can spend our barley to make porridge. We can also spend flour, now that we have it, to make pasta, and I think bread. There we go. So it's just going to alternate between these 4 things that I selected. Porridge, pasta. This other stuff we can't do yet. Like, I would have to get another farm or greenhouse that would grow this Entari, and then I could use that and flour to make Entari bread. But for right now, like, this'll be good for a while. And again, if we run into an emergency, we can connect this cargo pod to our network. We'll get whatever is in here. There's 305 bread, 115 gold, and 55 nanites. We can pick it up right now, actually, but I don't want to use our space if we don't need it. There's too much crime. I have to walk too far to get to my job. There's no place to buy what we need. Okay. Well, crime. Let's take a look at crime. Crime overlay. Well, crime level minimal. Very low. Minimal, minimal, minimal. I don't see any crime issues, honestly. I mean, there's just a little bit of crime, but it's not huge. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about crime too much. It looks like most of the crime is centered in this area. Looks like there might be a little bit there. I mean, if I have to, I'll build more of those police drone hubs. It's not that big of a deal. Yeah, I could put that here, but do something like that. Maybe something out here. Yeah, we might want some housing out here, not acquiring workers. Generating, yeah, there's probably no housing nearby to support them. So let's go ahead and put a habitat down close by. Anything else they might need. People did complain that they couldn't buy anything anywhere, so we can build this retail center. I'm going to put some... I want to put like 1 or 2 down. One that's very centralized, like right here. And then maybe one further out this way. Or maybe some, yeah, right here, actually. That'll do. Power may become an issue, though, because we're getting a little full. We may want to build more of those solar panels. Although we will start generating more electricity as these jobs fill up, too. So we'll just have to wait and see. I have to walk too far. There are too many people where I live. There's too much crime. Not too worried about it. We could build more habitats to help spread around some of this population. Like we've got that up there. Maybe we've got housing over here. 36 out of 36. Okay, so let's go ahead and upgrade these actually rather than building new ones. They'll be able to hold more people. Hopefully that'll lessen...
Congratulations on your referendum victory.
79% of the vote. Okay. The colony doesn't take law and order seriously, if you say so. Crime is at 46. So it's going down according to this little chart here. Yeah, it went up really high, and then it's starting to go back down again. But out of everything to complain about... Like, there's no deep red here, so that's good. The game will take the worst stat that you have, even if it's like -1 or -2%. It'll still consider that as the worst thing and tell you, oh, this is a problem, but when it's really not. Alright, jobs filled, 79%. We're going to want to wait a little bit, let the jobs fill in before creating new things. So, let's put this on fast forward for a while. Power's looking good at 740. Water, plenty of water in storage, plenty of food in storage. That's not bad. Oh, nasty. We can build lightning rods to offset that problem. May want to consider doing that, considering one of our buildings just got fried. Alright, so we can put one, I think, there. Maybe one down here. That'll help a little bit. Jobs filled 84%. Getting up there. What in the world was that? Apparently there's something nasty down there. I had the game on fast forward so I didn't catch it, but looked like some kind of like sarlacc worm thing. Yeah, the mouse is slightly off. It's something I don't know how to fix. OBS Streamlabs is a little strange. It doesn't register my screen as 1920 by 1080, even though I'm telling it it is. So, depending on what I click on, yeah, it's just, yeah, the mouse is off. So it's not just you. But I'm not very technical, so I don't know how to fix it. It's a pain in the butt. I know. Every time I use the game capture mode, it generally does that. I even have in my video settings 1920 by 1080, and for whatever reason, when it tries when the screen is displayed on my OBS screen, the boundaries are all off, so I don't know. Again, I'm not very technical.
Referendum election.
Alright, let's go with a chemical plant if we can find that. Trade hub, that'll allow us to trade goods that we don't need. I guess we'll throw that down too.
Your citizens seem happy with your performance, and I think you have a good chance to win this referendum.
Expedition needs 80 power. Ugh. What stinks is that I think we've tapped almost every geothermal. We'd have to go all the way over here to get another geothermal. I might want to build a bunch of solar panels, and that'll hopefully take care of that for a little while. Yeah, I'll do that. So I want to build a separate area just for that, so that are not in the way of other things. So we'll go ahead and build pathing out here. And maybe like air quality, okay. Oh, people are mad. Okay, I know what you want. Thank you. I'll fix it. Jeez. A little touchy over there. Oh, it's everywhere around. All right, we'll build a second one just to be on the safe side. That should fix the issue, guys. Just saying. We'll give that a minute. Alright, power's looking good.
Good news. Your citizens seem happy.
We can barely breathe. There's too much crime. I have to walk too far to get to my job. Alright, so this crime issue... I guess we'll go ahead and build some more police drones just to take care of whatever issues they're having. Put that there. Go ahead and throw one out here. And maybe one there. Not sure where else. Maybe... Doesn't look like there's any crime out this way, so I really don't want to mess with that.
Congratulations on your referendum victory, boss.
There. Let's hope that that does the trick. Okay, as far as barely breathing... Air quality seems to be better now, so people shouldn't be complaining as much. Yeah, it looks like we're okay. Maybe one over this way. And as far as walking too far to get to their job... Employment overlay. Yeah, this line is okay. So I think to offset some of this, what we can do, we can build, yeah, because people are walking down here then over. Let's connect this. See if that helps. And then this thing here, people have to walk down and around just to get to it, so... Something like that. A lot of ice shard storms, holy cow. Hi Archron, how are you? Air tubes scrapped? I think I have them gone, unless I started with some. There's two different air quality things. There's the intake fan, but I don't have any intake fans. I just have the air filters, and the air filters will get all the toxins out of the air and stuff, so I went straight to the high quality stuff. So I shouldn't that shouldn't be an issue. Hopefully. All right, let's go with this expedition center. I guess we'll throw that here, and we'll build some more housing nearby. In fact, it might be a good idea just to get more housing in general all around. Nice and centralized there. Nice and centralized there. Okay. Hi, Paul. How are you? Yeah, I haven't played this in a while either. I figured I'd boot it back up and have at it again, just to see if it was still fun. Which, for the most part, it is. It's a simpler city builder. I think it's more difficult in the opening part of the game because you have to have there's a certain build order, and if you don't follow that, then there's a good chance that you'll back yourself into a corner and be screwed. So that's the storage there. Oh, power. Okay. Let's get more power. I'm okay, thanks.
See a few places where we can send our first... All right. This definitely warrants investigation.
Ancient alien structure. Alright, I guess we'll investigate. Now that we've got an expedition center, we can send a ship with people, with a crew over to it just to see what it's all about. Similar to that of, am I thinking of Frostpunk? Is that the name of the game? Oh my goodness. Okay then. Oh jeez. Well then. Well, that's bad. I have to wonder if there's a way to stop them. I do have like these plasma turrets. I gotta wonder if I should put plasma turrets near these things. It might be something to try. Yeah. I'm putting a nanite just to be. I don't know if it'll work on the alien creature, but might be something to just to try. Hi, Slimy. How are you? Yeah, I don't think I've played the new Frostpunk expansion yet. All right, there's plenty of housing. That's good. There's no like deep red, so I think we're okay. Food variety is now excellent. Food quality is good. Okay. That's good that you're relaxing. You bought a new game, UFO Afterlife. Okay. Do you like it? Sounds like an older game. Arc Launcher supports an Arc vessel that allows the construction of remote installations on the overworld map, such as settlements. Interesting. 80 power, but might be worth trying just to try it. I didn't get this far in the campaign, so there's some structures here that I'm not familiar with. The trade hub, I suppose we should put one of the... Oh, I think we have one. Yep, we have a trade hub. Open trade UI. Okay, so I can export nanites for ration packs. I've got plenty of nanites, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. Although I don't think we need ration packs either. Export iron for barley. Nah. Copper for pasta. Nah. No. I don't need any of this stuff. Barley for soda. Exporting melons for amberjoy. Yeah, hollow units. Consumer good. Okay. You know what? Let's go ahead and do that. Service robots, also a consumer good. Okay. We'll do that. Let's import some of these hollow units for people. I've got plenty of nanites, so I'm not worried about that. A pre-XCOM game? Okay. It probably doesn't stand up to the quality of XCOM 2, but for $1, I guess you can't go too wrong. Megastructures. Enormous amount of off-world storage and exchanges. Immigrants with the orbital colonies ship at a much faster rate than the immigration center. Stadium, expensive to build, requires a very long time, but it also increases entertainment morale. Earth History Center, huge interactive museum. Extremely expensive. 72 power? Yeah, I need more power before I do that. I'm nearing capacity already. Apparently we have incoming. Okay then. Well, I guess I should build more of those plasma turrets. I've got one there. Creep spores detected. Scrubber drone stations to eliminate the creep spores from any infected structures. Alright, well. I still want some protection. Uh-oh. No! Building infected. Alright, so we need those scrubber drones immediately. High priority. Alright, I don't see any other infected buildings, so it looks like we're in the clear. Oh. I think our plasma turret just blasted one out of the sky. It's just a matter of time before we start having our own hollow units instead of cell phones. Definitely. Alright, definitely need more power, though. Shift to build multiple items. Got it. That should hold us for a little while.
As you recall, the Constitution guarantees you citizens the right to vote on their colony
Well,
government.
people are still happy.
Looks like that time is upon us again.
Plenty of housing space. Everyone's employed. What's our unemployment look like? Jobs filled 89%. No unemployment. Beautiful. Plague spores.
I think you're on track to win this.
Oh yeah, we're fine. Now that we've got those plasma turrets, we really don't have to worry about them as much, I don't think. Yeah, that would be nice. I hope the meteor doesn't strike this. That would be bad. Alright, let's check the expedition view again here.
I'm not sure what this is, but we should definitely take a closer look.
Oh, we've got... Okay, so this toxic fume down here, this will mess with our colony, but if we build a geothermal vent over it, that'll stop it. So since we need power anyway, I'm actually just going to start my way down this way. We need a construction drone hub. Oh, look at that. There's 2 of them down here. Awesome. Okay, so we won't have to worry about power for a while after that.
I'm receiving reports that your colonists are complaining about inadequate water supply.
Inadequate water supply? I've got over 3,000 water. What are they talking about? Alright, well, we'll throw one down anyway, just to be on the safe side, but... There we go.
Good news. Your citizens seem happy with your performance, and I think you have a good
A place to go to have some fun. There's too much crime. There's too many people where I live. They're never happy. What? There's plenty of space. I'm just saying. I'm going to build a skyscraper somewhere centralized and see if that takes care of it. These skyscrapers can hold a ton of people. So, I'm hoping that'll take care of that problem. Luckily, I've got air filters instead of those intake fans, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem. Speaking of air filters, I'm going to probably want an air filter out this way, just to be on the safe side.
I think you're on track to win this referendum.
More... Okay, we're bored. What do they want? Seriously. Get to work. VR center. Okay. That should do something, I would imagine. And maybe a VR center up this way. Uses a lot of power, but I don't want to hear that they're bored.
Congratulations on your referendum victory, boss.
Nearest drone station has no workers. Okay, guess we're going to want to put housing up this way for them then. And a filter. Maybe a form of entertainment like a retail center. Because they're all the way out here with no one to talk to, these poor people. I guess they're just very picky, that's all. More plague spores. Oh, someone got in. Got one there. I should probably put one over here just to be on the safe side. I like that these plague spores are just roaming the halls. Oh, poor people. Well, we do have a hospital, so I don't think that's going to be an issue. Decontamination. It combats the plague by spraying chemicals into adjacent tunnels. Oh, okay. I like that. I guess we'll throw that here. And then maybe one...
Low food supplies are quite concerning. Please make sure your colony increases food cultivation immediately.
There we go. And it looks like food might be a slight issue. It says food per colonist very low. So, I guess we'll build more greenhouses. Broccoli. Looks like the land is not suitable for broccoli. Much more so for rice is fine. I guess more melons. 17 melons per hour? Sure, take that. Huge fan of rice, so let's go ahead and throw that down somewhere. Hmm. 14.6 per hour there. This is for corn. 12. Okay, let's do that. Alright, let's see what our wheat production looks like. We did have our mill producing stuff, but we may not have enough wheat to keep up with it. Okay, what we got going? Yeah, flour is pretty... Well, no, we've got plenty of wheat. Okay, so maybe we need another mill producing more food. Yeah, we've got all this wheat, so let's get a second mill. Actually, we can upgrade our existing one. That's going to help. And then we're going to build a second mill. Let's put that somewhere else. Let's put that maybe over here. Plague infection? Again? We may want some medical facilities nearby. Yeah, alright. Yeah, look at all that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Those plague spores are nasty business. Okay, so it looks like our health issues are centered to this area and that area up there. Do we have a decontamination unit this way? I think we do. Yeah, it's right there. Alright, we'll just build a third hospital over this way, just to be on the safe side. Alright, looks like everyone is cured. No further issues. Awesome. Morale appears to be good. Except there's a little bit of happiness over here. Alright, let's just produce flour. Consumer goods, so we can make consumer goods via nanites. I think we'll go and do that. Bread and pasta, porridge. Basically the same thing the other one was building. Share for all mills. There we go.
It's time for a referendum election.
Well, I'd like to call this a success. I mean, I could explore other areas, I suppose. I mean, there's this overworld map that we can reveal and do things with.
You have a good chance to win this referendum.
Remote settlement, deep core mine. Yeah, so there's a lot more. There's a couple of other things I could be building at this point in time, but I think I'm good to go for a while. I've been streaming for about an hour and a half. So I'm going to go ahead and put a cut here. I'll probably be back later to stream some other games. If you guys haven't already, subscribe to me on Twitch and YouTube. That way you can stay up to date with any more content I'm going to publish. This is Vince. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care.